Hello students, how are you? Hope you are enjoying these online classes through WhatsApp and YouTube and also enjoying this stay home. So stay at home, stay safe and keep on learning. Be in touch with your books and the lesson which are uploaded daily. So be in touch. So dear student, today we will discuss about poetry, a poem of class 6, Beauty, written by E. A. Shure. So dear student, let's recite this poem, Beauty, written by E. A. Shure. What is beauty? Let's begin. What is beauty? What is beauty? Try to describe what beauty is or list some of the things or person you think are beautiful. So now let us read a poem on beauty. So this is a poem written by E.U. Shure on beauty. What is beauty? Can beauty be seen or can we hear beauty or where beauty lies? So dear friends, let's recite it. Beauty is seen in the sunlight. Beauty is seen in the sunlight. The trees, the birds, corn growing and people working are dancing for their harvest. Beauty is seen in the sunlight, the trees, the birds, corn growing, and people working are dancing for their harvest. Beauty is heard in the night, wind sighing, rain falling, or a singer chanting anything in earnest. Beauty is heard in the night, wind sighing, rain falling, or a singer chanting anything in earnest. Beauty is in yourself, good deeds, happy thoughts that repeat themselves in your dreams, in your work, and even in your rest. Beauty is in yourself, good deeds, happy thoughts that repeat themselves in your dreams, in your work, and even in your rest. So, this is a poem written by E.U. Shure on beauty. So, about the poet, this poem, dear friends, this poem has been written by an American writer or poet and an educationist, E. A. Shure. She is also known as Lois Albita Chivivi or Blue Corn. She is an American writer. So, here are some new words which you might have not seen earlier. One is corn. So, dear students, what is corn? Corn is a chief cereal crop of maize, wheat, oat, etc. Harvest. Harvest is a time of year when crop is ready. So, sighing, wind sighing. Sigh means sound of a deep, loud breath. When we exhale, taken in relief. Chanting is singing. Earnest, it is sincere and honest effort. Good deeds, deeds means acts. Repeat, to happen again and again. So beauty is seen in the sunlight. The trees, the birds, corn growing and people working are dancing for their harvest. Beauty can be heard. Beauty can be heard in the night. In the first stanza, poet is saying that beauty is seen. We can see beauty. But in order to see beauty, we have to be little sensitive. It can be seen in the sunlight, the trees, the birds chirping, corn growing and people working in the field are dancing for their crop, for their harvest. Beauty can be heard. In the second stanza, the poet is saying that beauty can be heard in the night. Wind sighing means blowing wind, rain falling, or a singer singing a song from the core of his heart. Sincerely, when a singer is singing, we can see beauty in it. And beauty is in yourself. In the last and concluding stanza, the poet says that beauty is not an external thing, it is internal, it is within yourself. Our good action, our happy thoughts, that repeat again and again in our dreams, in our work, and even when we are in rest. These good deeds and happy thoughts repeat themselves, and we can see beauty in them. So, dear students, summary of this poem is, here the poet says that a real beauty can be seen in the sunlight, trees, and birds, in corn growing, people working, or people dancing for the harvest. In second stanza, poet says that poet is talking about how beauty can be heard. According to her, beauty can be heard at night when the wind sighs and when the rains fall, and when a singer sings seriously from the core of his heart. And in the last or concluding stanza, the poet says that beauty is in yourself. It is internal. Beauty is in yourself. It is internal, not external. Good deeds, happy thoughts, which are repeated in our dreams and in our work and even in our rest. So, beauty is internal. So, according to poet, we can see beauty, we can hear beauty, and beauty is in ourselves. Okay, students. So, this is poem on beauty written by E. Ishwari, an American poet. So, let's move ahead and see the textual questions. What does it say? Thinking about the poem. Dear students, the poet, question number first, the poet says beauty is heard in. Beauty is heard in. Can you hear beauty? Add a sound that you think is beautiful to the sound the poet thinks are beautiful. According to poet, we can hear beauty, but for this we need to be little sensitive. Can you hear beauty? Yes. Add a sound that you think is beautiful to the sound the poet thinks are beautiful. So here a nightingale singing can be a beauty that you can hear, or chirping of bird is beauty. The poet John Keats says, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. What do you think this means? Have you ever heard a song in your head long after the song was sung or played? So, dear friends, this line is from Ode on a Glacier Urn. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. So, these lines are taken from Ode on a Glacier Urn, written by John Keats. Meaning that power of thought, the imagination and anticipation, etc. is greater than the act itself. Music and melodies that are imagined and anticipated are always in tune. When we hear melodies, we find it sweet, but after hearing those melodies, when we imagine about melodies, we find more sweeter. We find more sweeter. Now the poet is saying that, have you ever heard a song in your head that long after the song was sung or played? Yes. Yes. Sometime I heard long after the song was sung or played. So it comes in our mind a long time that we have heard a song that was sung earlier. So question number second is, students, read the first and second stanza of the poem again. Note the following phrases. What are those phrases? Corn growing, people working or dancing, wind sighing, rain falling, a singer chanting. These could be written as corn that is growing, people who are working or dancing. Can you rewrite other phrases like this? Why do you think the poet uses shorter phrases? So students, answer of this question is yes, we can rewrite these short phrases like thoughts which are happy, deeds that are good, melodies that are heard, wind that is sighing, rain that is falling, a singer who is chanting. Now question is, can why do you think the poet uses shorter phrases? The poet uses shorter phrases in order to add beauty and rhythm to the poem. In order to add beauty and rhythm to the poem, the poet uses shorter phrases. So third one is, students, find pictures of beautiful thing you have seen or heard of. Now you have to find pictures of beautiful thing that you have seen or heard of. So if I say yes, I have seen the beautiful things like chirping birds, laughing childrens, whistling trees, and vast seashore. So these are some beautiful things that I have seen or heard of. So you can also add some more things that are beautiful. So with this, hope you enjoyed this poem. Recite this poem and learn some more beautiful things which are there in nature. So the poet is talking about natural beauty, the internal beauty. According to poet, beauty lies in objects of nature. Beauty lies in the objects of nature. All goods thoughts and good action and all that pleases can be beautiful. So our action, our thought, our deeds, all are beautiful. And the natural beauty like blowing wind, chirping of birds, laughing of children, uh, whistling of trees, and corn growing, working of people and they are happy and dancing for their harvest, and falling of rain, the singer when sing a song. So beauty is beauty. Okay students, thank you, bye.